Hello everybody, my name's Melissa and welcome back to my channel, Hopeful Happenings. Instagram can be a huge part of your social media presence as an author. There are tons of published authors and aspiring writers on Instagram, so it's a great place to connect with other people and show others what you have to offer. But I think we all know Instagram can be a lot of work, and the last thing that you want to do is worry about what to post next. So I've compiled a list of post ideas that you can use for your author Instagram. These are things that I have tried myself and they've worked and they've been really helpful in changing up my feed and keeping things interesting. So let's get started. Alright guys, so I have a list of 19 post ideas that you can use for your Instagram. Some of these will actually be able to transcend to Twitter as well if you want to try that. And the first one is the most obvious one. It is a self-portrait. I think as bookstagrammers, a lot of bookstagrammers don't want to show people what they look like, or they don't want to even say their real name, and that's totally fine. But as an author, there's more of a need for us to get to know you as a person. So give us a face that goes with the name. The more we can recognize you and put a face to the name on the book, the more you'll be memorable, and if you're more memorable, then more likely people will buy your product and they'll root for you and follow you because they know, like, just you're a real person to them. Number 2, the second most obvious thing, is your book. If you have a book, then every once in a while we would like to see a picture of it, because that is going to help people remember what you wrote, and it's going to help drive sales. This one does come with a caution though. If you promote your book too much, then it's annoying and people are just going to drop out. You need to gain credibility with your other posts, so make sure that you're changing things up and just not overloading us with sales. Number 3, your workplace. Behind the scenes posts are actually really interesting because people connect with you when they see what you do behind the scenes. They feel like you're being more vulnerable and more human, honestly. And so we really like to see that from like a viewer's point of view. So as an author, it's important to show your workplace, what you do behind the scenes. And in going along with that, number 4 is sharing your routine, something that you do every day before you write, after you write, in order to prepare for your writing. Tell us more about what goes into this book. Number 5 is a work in progress collage or aesthetic. This is super fun for viewers to see what you're writing about right now, and it's also helpful for you as an author because it just kind of reminds you about what theme you have going on, what mood you have going on in the project you're working on at the moment. Number 6, a character from your book. I would say that this is more effective if you actually have a book that we can buy, or, sorry, I've got my little baby with me. But yes, a character from your book is always really interesting to learn about for the viewers. Only it's probably most effective when you have a book that you can buy or your book is going to be coming out soon. Number 7, you can post a writing tip. Number 8, you can post an inspirational quote. You can actually post this like as the picture. I know a lot of people do that. Or you can just post a nice picture of something else and do the quote on the bottom. Number 8, you can do a book that you're reading right now. And number 9, you can post about a book that you've read in the past. But with both of these things, I would be very careful about what you say. Please, as an author, don't say anything negative about another author's work. It's just good manners, and it's not going to do you any favors if you're talking badly about someone else's writing. Number 11, you can do a picture that's a view from above. These are always my favorite kinds of pictures on Instagram. They make ordinary things look a lot more interesting. Number 12, an obsession. You can maybe post about something that you do every time you write, or maybe this drink that you just discovered and you love it and you drink it every time you're writing, or whatever, something that you're obsessed with right now. That's always fun to see. Number 13, a memory or a story from your life. This can be funny, sad, anything that resonates with you from your past that had to do with writing, reading. Maybe there's someone that in particular influenced your writing. Maybe there was a book that influenced you. Or maybe something even more lighthearted, like your dog peed on your book. Maybe that's never happened to you, but that has happened to me, and it wasn't my dog, and I was so mad. Number 14, growth. You can post about your progress. This is huge, especially when you're actively writing something. This is probably why I love NaNoWriMo so much, because I love to see other people progressing. Like when they post their word counts and stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, yes, I'm so happy for you. Like I really am so excited for people when they do these kind of things. Posting about growth is motivating for you as an author. It's motivating for other writers who are trying to get that like oomph to, go all the way and do this. And you know what too? Posting your growth can just be like a huge connector to you and your audience. I mean, as a viewer, if I see someone who has said, oh, like I wrote 2,000 words today, I'm so excited, or whatever, I immediately root for that person to succeed. Like I honestly want them to just keep going, and I'm so proud of them, because I know how hard it is. And I feel like a lot of other people feel that way as well, whether they realize it or not. When you post your growth, people root for you. They want you to do well. Number 15 is goals for your future. Try to associate the picture with whatever goal it is that you have. Number 16 is handwriting. Take a picture of something that you've written by hand. Maybe it's a quote, maybe it's an excerpt from your own work, maybe it's a poem. As long as it's, relatively short, something that we can look at as we're scrolling. You can even use your handwriting to share things like your goals. You can show us your notebook where you have a list or a quote or whatever it is of why you're doing what you're doing, because it's really exciting to see, and as long as we can read it, then it's personable too. Number 17, post about something that you want. Books, merchandise, like I know they've got a lot of candles out there that are related to characters from books. They have bookmarks out there. I'm thinking in my head of like Harry Potter merchandise. Like if you get the Marauders map, I'm interested in seeing what that looks like. Number 18, an upcoming event. Even if you're not published author yet, but you're going to be going to like a writer's conference, tell us. We would love to know. If you're going to sign books at Barnes & Noble, share that on your Instagram. These are great places to get the word out and help people get excited for your event. And last but not least, number 19, a writer's challenge. Keep an eye out on Instagram for writing challenges that are designed specifically for authors. They will be associated with a specific hashtag, so you can find other people who are doing the challenge at the same time. Normally, these challenges have a post prompt for each day that the challenge is going on, whether that be a week or sometimes a month. I like these kinds of writing challenges on Instagram because it does give you a little bit of a break. You don't have to think so hard about what to post because there's a prompt. And two, you get to know a lot of authors this way because you are easily connected in this little pool. So it will bring in a lot of traffic to your account. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope that these Instagram post ideas will help you in the future. If you're new here, please subscribe. I post once a week on YouTube and I post daily on Instagram, so you can check me out there, and I'm on Twitter as well. Best of luck with your social media presence, and we'll see you next week. Bye.